Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Lucklight Plays. Today we're starting a new game, Breath of Fire 2. You may remember that the first series I ever did here was Breath of Fire 1, but you're also probably wondering, what the heck is this? This doesn't look like Super Nintendo at all. It is, actually, but it's not. Let me explain. Now, anybody who's ever played Breath of Fire 2 knows one thing about the game. The translation is horrible. And let me get into a little bit of explanation on that. The first game was made by Capcom, sent over to Squaresoft, and Squaresoft did the translation for Breath of Fire 1. I know I explained this in the first, probably the first few episodes of Breath of Fire 1. Done mostly by a guy named Ted Woolsey, who everybody kind of knows as the guy who translated like Final Fantasy VI, a lot of Final Fantasy games of that era, and people ragged on him for kind of changing stuff. This game, Capcom decided to do it on their own, and they did a really poor job about it. Translation was so broken. Like, the story itself, Breath of Fire 2's story is really good, but you kind of had to piece it together in your own head, because if you didn't, you didn't get it. It was just broken. So what I did was I took Breath of Fire 2 and I applied a retranslation patch that adds a few things. It changes a bunch of the windows so that the translation can be, elongated. More words can be put on the screen at once. And it was actually a German translation that was retranslated back into English. I played through a little bit of it, maybe like through the first couple scenes just to see how good it was, or how bad it was, how broken it was maybe. Works fine, looks good, looks a lot better than the original, so we're going to play this version. If there's anything that's not kosher to the storyline, like they changed something, I will let you know. I played this game many times. But otherwise, this is just we'll call this an advanced version of Breath of Fire 2. There was a Game Boy Advanced version, but it still had that kind of broken translation. So we're going to play this one, we're going to play the Super Nintendo one, but this one should be a bit more upgraded, thanks to fans. So I think that's enough explanation. Let's get into it. So, Breath of Fire 2. Still kind of in the same universe as Breath of Fire 1. Same, world and, kooky characters. But, overall you'll see that things have not gone perfect since the first game. I think this one takes place, after the second one? After the first one, rather. Hello. I remember this freaked me out as a kid. Yeah, so you can see, if you played this before, you can see that there's more words that can be fit on the screen. And it's better, it's going to be better English. Hear my words, mortals, offer your souls unto God. Offer him your praise, your prayers, your worship and devotion. You must become the strength of God. There's a lot of religious subtext in this game, by the way. Not Christian religion, not Muslim religion, not Buddhism, just religion. A religion. Oh yeah, and the other thing that this patch does is it makes the dialogue boxes transparent, because there were instances where the NPCs, where characters would be standing behind the box talking to you and you couldn't see them. Capcom really did a piss poor jobs at the translation and the gameplay a little bit, so this patch does fix that. Sorry, I'll stop talking about it now. Let's just get into it. It's time for your nap. Ryu. Oh yeah, and they bold things that are important too. Come down, I need a word with you. Oh, and this patch does add a B button run. That was not in the original, so I can run around. Picked up the wooden rod. Now, if this was the original version, it would be called the Lod. L-O-D. I equipped the Lod. He was gone and run off again. She always puts up a fuss over nap time. Could you go look for you and make sure she doesn't get into trouble? Why me? I love that. I don't recall ever teaching you to allow those precious to you to come to harm. Did you go look for you? Sure. I'm trusting you now. And you'll notice that the game is in black and white. This is not a permanent thing. I promise. This is a quote-unquote flashback. Also, that dragon pendant there on the top right-hand corner, you see that? That's an item that's called the Dragon Tier, and allows you to see the emotions of the characters, so that the brighter the color it gets, the happier they are with you. If they hate you, it goes down to like a dark black color. If they love you the most, then it kind of blinks, flashes colors. It's kind of cool. Years back, the village was set upon by an army of monsters the likes of which we had never seen before or since. If the dragon hadn't shown up when it did, all would have been done for. Make sure you pay your respects to it. Now, is there a way to speed this up? You do it on fast, right? Yeah. Mess with the sound. Say your sister's gone missing? She's usually playing near the mountain behind the village. He was not with you? Turn around allowed outside the village on their own. There's been a rash of young thieves masquerading as orphans and robbing churches. Keep an eye out for your father. Okay. Nothing there. So I can do things like this. Pick up an healing herb, which was just called herb back in the day. Oh, there was a lady in there. Oh, it's all you. What if I had to poop? Where's Yua? Where is Yua? This town was attacked by monsters. It was his magic that saved everyone. He's a living legend. Another healing herb. That'll come in handy later. This is one of those games that items make all the difference. It's also one of the games where I have to break down and use items. This run button will make things a lot faster. Nope, and we're up to color now. See my goofy blue hair? The old beaks. Well, now they're called gun heads for some reason. But, the status boxes here are changed up, and, oh yeah, your characters can be named up to 6 spaces now, instead of 4. Which is kind of neat. Unfortunately, I didn't really need it, because I kept his name Ryu. There's a lot of neat little graphical upgrades on this game, made by this patch, so. The storyline will remain the same. Stand back, Ryu. Boom. Gainer came to save us. Running off into a monster's den like this. Came here to see Mama. What? Your mother. And up here I see Mama in my dreams. So you say. I know, Mama's gone. Had it not been for the dragon, we all would have been perished then. If I'd only been stronger, you wouldn't be without your mother right now. That's not true. I believe it, Rio believes it, everybody believes it. And everybody will remember the story of how Papa and the dragon beat the monsters and saved the village. That's what the dragon told me. I see Mama in my dreams. You, Rio, don't stay up past your bedtime. I'm beat. That's not Mama. That's the creepy eyeball. Okay, so now that we're back in town, never seen you around here before, little boy. Have you lost your parents? Okay, that's weird. You some kind of ragamuffin? So everybody is now treating me like dirt. Sure you're not confused. How strange. Son of the priest. Be gone before I strike the fear of God into myself. Wow. The only priest around here is Father Hulk. So suddenly no one remembers me? Orphan, Church welcomes your kind. The Lord even does not forsake this alone and miserable. Ask of him, and ye shall receive. And you can see that Father seems to be gone. Lost your family? Fear not. Orphans, drunkards, criminals, harlots, all of society's refuse. Yeah, this translation's pretty damn good, actually. Except all who will but open their hearts. This house of God is your house. Make yourself at home. And I'm up. Took the candle. Hold on, you're not the old man. Why are you giving me that look? Play all pitiful, get into the good graces, and rob and blind, run like hell? We could really shake things up. What do you say, partners? Alright, sure. Nothing I can really do here. Name's Bosch. Used to be called Bo in the original. Now he's Bosch. think his name was supposed to be Bosch in the Japanese version, but again, no room for that. God will mumble. Alright. So we leave town. So no one remembers who we are, and now we're kids on our own. So, anyway, on the next episode, we travel forth and see if we can find a better place to live, because this town just kind of forgot about us. Not sure why. But we'll find out, eventually. I hope you join me for that. My name is Lucklight, thank you for watching, and have a good one.